What is going on, guys? This is HeyJuicey Player, or you can just call me JP, and today I'm going to be telling you how you can make money as a kid or a teenager. Okay, so the first thing that I have for you guys, and probably the most known thing to actually make money as a teenager, is to actually babysit younger children and just watch after them for a period of time while their parents or whoever their guardian is going. And there's a ton of different ways that you can actually apply for babysitting forms and all that kind of stuff. So if you guys do want me to actually go a little bit more in depth, check the description. I will leave something in the description for you guys to check out on how to actually apply for babysitting and just do it a little bit more frequently, I guess. Another way for you to earn money is that gather up a bunch of friends and actually have a car wash. Car washes are really actually fun. I have done this a few times throughout my years, and they are actually fun, and they're a good way for you to get money. So I would highly suggest you to do it in the summer or sometime when you know that the source of income and everybody's going to be wanting to have a car wash, a clean, nice car. And I would suggest you guys do this with a bunch of friends, and then you guys to figure out how to divide the money upon yourselves. Okay, and this one right here is it's going to sound a little bit weird, but this is actually really efficient. And this one thing I used to do when I was a kid. So what I used to do when I was a kid, I would go up to the gas station, especially when it was in the winter time or really hot outside. Just some times when people didn't really want to be outside of their car, and I would go to a gas station and I would ask to pump people's gas for $1. Now I don't know if it'll work if you're a teenager. I think they just softened up to me a little bit because I was a kid and they seen that I wanted some money or something. I don't really know, but yeah, I actually pump people gas for $1, and I would suggest you guys to do this with a friend as well, so you don't just get bored all day. And I didn't make a ton of money from it, but I made about $20 or $30 a day. It was nice for me being a kid, and keep in mind I was around 8 or 7 at the time, so that was always a good source of income. Another good way to actually make a few bucks is to sell gum or candy or just snacks at school. Now was a really good time for you to actually sell snacks and stuff like that at school, because the new thing that Michelle Obama has did with the taking all the sweet stuff out of the vending machines and stuff like that. So if you could ask your mom or dad to sponsor you a little bit and actually buy the snacks for you, and you actually be able to sell it back in school in a way, you got to be secretive with it too, because teachers and stuff are apparently not going to want you to actually be selling that kind of stuff at school. But if you can be secret with it and keep your stuff not really in plain sight, and that'd be a good way for you to actually make a few bucks. Another good thing if you're a teenager, this is really good. I know people that make hundreds of dollars by doing this, and this is to throw a party. Now if you have a few friends or a ton of friends, just have your friends to promote your party. I wouldn't suggest you guys to start the price off at like over $10. If you're like small, or you have a small get together or something like that, charge them everybody. It depends on how many people are going to come. If it's like a few people, you can charge them maybe $1 or $2, and if it's like a party and it's a ton of people that are going to come, charge them like $5 or something like that. Everyone likes to party nowadays. That's pretty much the thing that's in right now, partying and having fun. So if you guys could maintain and happen to actually have a party and charge everybody $5 at the door, that would be a great way for you to actually make a couple dollars. Another good thing that you can do as a teenager is actually ask someone that that has children in school, in elementary school, to ask them if they need their child to be tutored in anything. Maybe like your favorite subject, you can actually teach them a little bit more about your favorite subject or something like that. Just tutor them, I guess, and find some people that might be interested in having you ask a tutor for their child or something like that, and just make a little bit of money. That'd be a good way for you to make some money. Another great thing, this goes to all ages. It doesn't matter if you're young or old, and you can actually sell your old unwanted things. Maybe they could be wanted. Just sell your things that you think are maybe valuable in any kind of way. Now, maybe you have some Pokemon cards, maybe you have some vintage things, maybe you have a phone that you don't even use no more, clothes, shoes, something. Just find something that you don't really use anymore, or maybe you don't have as much value as you had to it once before, and sell it. Maybe you can do it on eBay, in real life, Craigslist. There are a ton of different ways for you to actually sell your products or whatever, and that's a good way for you to make some money. Okay, and the last thing that I'm going to suggest you guys to do to make a little bit of money is to make YouTube videos. Now, this is kind of something that's I want to say it's controversial, because I don't really like to I don't like to promote this, because if you don't really have a passion for making videos, and if you guys don't really have a passion for just being in the YouTube community, I want to suggest you guys to do this just because of the money. So making YouTube videos, it varies depending on how many views you get, and if you do actually make videos already, and if you didn't know about this already, which is probably not even the case, but you can make money from making YouTube videos. It depends on how many views you get on a monthly basis, and you get paid on a monthly basis. I wouldn't suggest you guys to do it just to come into it like, oh, I'm gonna make $1 million, you know, a ton of money. It's not like that. It just depends on the amount of views you get. So yeah, those are pretty much all the tips, or you know, just the things that I suggest you guys to do to make some money. If you guys did happen to enjoy, and if you guys did find this useful, make sure you share with your friends and like the video and support it and just all that kind of stuff, so other people can actually figure out ways to make a little bit of money. And it also helps me grow a little bit more. You know, it's a win-win situation. Win-win situation. Why wouldn't you want to do it? But anyway, hopefully you guys did enjoy, and if you guys did happen to find this useful, once again, make sure you smack the like button. Stay juicy, and I'll see you guys in the next video.